Welcome to Six Rings and Counting. I'm your host, Cory, and joining me, as always, my man, Mr. Lou, the man Lynn Swan called an inspiration to football players everywhere, Willard. Lou, what's happening?
I'm the only guy that did not play DB, but could still guard Swan and Stallworth at the same time.
At the same damn time.
At the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So how you doing today?
I'm doing better now, man.
You got your power back?
We hadn't been on. I got my power back on. That helps in the middle of June. But yeah, I'm happy. There's actually stuff to talk about with this team. It has been dead for so long. Everybody only wants to talk about Aaron Rodgers, and now it's spoiled over into Gabe Davis is coming for a visit on Thursday, the 5th of June, depending on when you're watching this. And there are trade rumors regarding Jonnu Smith, which we are going to get into both of those items. However, Lou, the big news in my book is twofold. One, Steelers linebacker, after that disgusting knee injury he suffered in 2023, Cole Holcomb has returned. He was back on the field. He was running drills with the boys. And whether he's Cole Holcomb pre-2023 or what he is now, I'll tell you, to me, it almost is irrelevant because he doesn't need to start. We got our starters.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson in there that he can he's going to compete with for the starting job. But I forgot about the guy. That's how bad his knee injury was.
Yeah.
So when they brought him back up, because if I remember the shows, I would pump them up, but I don't remember the shows. But I watch a lot of Steelers stuff. And when I saw him come back up, and I'm watching the Pittsburgh Steelers feed,
and
I was like, well, damn, I forgot about this dude. They're saying he's bigger, faster than he was when he got hurt. Yep. So if he's right, the linebacker core is set. This team's problem is not this defense. Even if he's not the player he was, you have Peyton Wilson, and he only has to play 15 to 20 plays a game. Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. That means he's going to be cheaper, and he's going to be efficient when he's in there.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
And I'll tell you what else. Should Patrick Queen not work out, should something happen with Wilson, any of these other guys we drafted, here's one thing, and this is what people always talk about with the Steelers. He missed all of last year. His knee injury was so bad, the Steelers organization literally was unsure if he was going to return, and they never gave away his number. Not one time did somebody else wear his number. They held on to it like he was going to be there the entire time. That is why people should want to play for the Steelers. Aaron, and you don't disrespect the Steelers organization like you are. Aaron. Sorry, had to get that out. My other piece of fantastic news.
That's only just started. That's only just begun.
Yes. My other big piece of news before we get into the rumor mill, Isaiah Bond. He's an undrafted rookie free agent out of
Texas.
University of Texas. Was considered to be a number one pick, or not a number one pick, but a first round pick, wide receiver caliber for this draft class, which had some bangers in this draft class too. So his talent is not understated. The reason he wasn't drafted is because he's got a sticky SA situation. And I don't mean he's got a Mexican homeboy. I mean, he's got some serious legal issues going on. And that's why a lot of people stayed away from him. The Steelers signing him tells me either, one, those things are starting to clear up for him, his legal troubles. Or two, he's so unbelievably cheap that if something does come of his legal troubles, didn't cost us anything. Conduct policy, you're out.
Well, it's a combination of the two. I mean, if he's undrafted and they just signed him, so if stuff pops back up, they can just cut him, and whatever they gave him as a signing bonus is all he gets.
Yeah.
Then the other side of that is it's unfortunate for a lot of these guys. You're guilty until proven innocent. It used to be you're innocent until proven guilty.
Yep.
And I will say, if you guilty, hang him in the town square.
100%.
Because we're talking about sexual assault charges. No excuse. No excuse.
Nope.
Zero forgiveness from me for that. And I'm speaking for me, for you guys that comment, not for Cory.
No, he's speaking for me. You can hang them by their toes. I don't give a damn.
Yeah. So
Scumbags.
Scumbags. Gut them in the town square. There's no room for that.
Nope.
But if he's not, then shame on whoever blamed him, and he should get a chance. So you just don't know. So you kind of got to let it play out in the court system. Just let it play out.
Yep.
And the truth will come out, because there's his word, her word, and the truth. The truth will come out. Because somebody lying and somebody's not.
Oh, that's how it happens every time.
Every single time. Every single time. So, but we'll keep it to football. And if you can get this kid in here and say, hypothetically speaking right now, he's innocent. He's innocent. So we're just talking football.
Yep.
Pittsburgh really don't need to go sign another receiver. There's your guy.
No. That's perfect segue into Gabe Davis, because he is visiting as a free agent on Thursday. He's being compared right now to Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen. Those are the other two big free agent receivers that the Steelers should be targeting. I am with Lou on this. Here's the way I see this shaping up based off of OTAs, and you tell me if I'm crazy. DK's obviously your number one.
Yeah.
You got Calvin Austin and you got Robert Woods. Robert Woods right now is listed as 2. I think he's going to fall all the way to 4, if not to 5, with Isaiah Bond here, because Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson
is a 2 right now.
He is going to be, I think those two have the ability to play. The only thing I have with Calvin Austin is, can he block if he's a number 2 receiver?
But he's not going to be the 2. He's going to be the 3, and that's based on where they play. DK's one outside. I forget the X and the Y's and the Z's and all that. But the top 2 on the outside right now are DK and Roman Wilson. Calvin Austin is always your slot.
Yep.
Your slot's not going to have to block anybody but a safety. They're not. Technically, you can have them come down on the outside backer or whatever, but Pittsburgh has 98 tight ends.
Yeah.
And they can flex in that spot to where you don't have to have him do that.
Yep.
You put Freiermuth out there, and you put, they call it a 12 package, where you run the 2 tight ends. That's how you take care of that problem. You got the 2 tight ends, the 2 receivers, and the 1 running back. Well, when you do that, Calvin Austin is off the field. He doesn't have to block that because they know he can't. So why would they put him in that position? He's just physically not big enough to go up against anybody's linebacker without getting his head knocked off. So that's just silly. That would be silly on Arthur Smith's part. So if you don't put him in that position, bottom line, long story short, too late, you don't put him in that position.
Well, and speaking of the tight ends here, I think you and I are both in agreement, just to wrap up the Gabe Davis 30-second chat. No.
Look, I didn't even speak on Gabe Davis. You know why? Because I'm not.
Yep. Fair enough.
Terrible.
Fair enough. Can I ask you a question though? Because I'm hearing this a lot, and this is really starting to get under my skin, and I don't understand why this is in the universe. But a lot of people are saying, while we need another receiver, which I don't necessarily agree with, Gabe Davis wouldn't be the one to go get, because he has the exact same skill set as DK, which is to run straight down the field as fast as you can. And DK's route tree is severely limited. He can only run like 2 or 3 routes. Is that something you've heard about DK? Because I have never seen that in any film
Mm,
we've seen.
no, I've never seen that. I
No, I
mean,
don't know where this is
that's
coming from.
yeah, that's something new on me. Because I see him being a true. If you're a true number one, your route tree is not limited. Number one,
Yep.
and his route tree is not limited. He is a physical wide receiver in the brand of Jamar Chase. Not Jamar Chase. Nobody is.
No.
Jamar Chase is clearly the best receiver in the league. And I say clearly, based on my opinion, some people say Jefferson, but I say Jamar
Mhm.
Chase. But this dude is physically a monster.
Mhm.
And look how he ran down Buda Baker.
Oh, yeah.
That dude don't have step nothing.
Mm-mm.
He's not half stepping anything. So I don't know where that came from.
No.
It makes no sense. Now, I would, if I'm the Steelers, even with Isaiah Bond, I'm still going to go get Amari Cooper. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because he's a guy that still wants to be in the league.
Mhm.
He's never been a problem in the locker room. And he can run the full route tree. And all he does is get open. He's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
Amari Cooper that when he first came out, but you don't need that
No.
because you have DK. Now you have Roman that you think is going to be good. Austin, you think is going to be good. You signed Isaiah Bond. So what if Amari, you bring him in and say, okay, we got five. Let's figure out which three can play. You know all five can play, but which three can play when the nut cutting time comes?
Exactly.
You got to find your two because Austin is going to be your three. He's proven he can play, but he
Yep.
can't be a solid number two. He is a three.
Yep.
You're looking for that number two. So Amari, go out there and compete with Bond and Wilson and force them to compete. Because if you went to this season and I told you right now, your three receivers for the Pittsburgh Steelers was DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper, and Calvin Austin, would you be mad when you're
No.
rolling out with Fryermuth at tight end? How
No.
mad are you?
I'm mad we don't have a better quarterback, but
Well, yeah, we don't. Yeah, we don't have a quarterback.
I have very high hopes with that receiving core that any schmo can go back there and throw a ball to these guys. That would make me happy. Like you have it set
Yeah,
to where anybody with NFL talent, and that doesn't mean anybody, but anybody with NFL talent, we'll call it the top 64, should come in and be able to produce
yeah.
with the wide receiver core you just named.
And the running back and tight end room,
Yep.
Mason Rudolph. Well, look, I'm to the point where now, and look, here's the problem: Aaron Rodgers is coming by minicamp.
I'm gonna spit every time you say his
He
name.
he's not he's not going to. He didn't make the OTAs, but he's coming by minicamp, and it sucks. And it sucks because I am a homer and I am going to. You put on the Steelers jersey, I want you to do well. Period. I'm not backing down from that cliff. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah.
That's okay. But man, with this roster, just stick Mason Rudolph out there. Worst case scenario, it works out great and you go 6-11 and get one of these young quarterbacks next year. Worst case scenario, you go 11-6, 10-7, make the playoffs, lose again, and then you have to trade more draft capital to get one of these quarterbacks that you're going to get next year.
Yeah.
They have 12. They have keep in mind, people, the draft is in Pittsburgh and they have 12. They have 12 picks right now.
Yeah.
They can technically get the number one pick. You have 12 picks. You can get whatever pick you want.
Oh yeah.
What guy do you want? And then you got to watch how the draft falls. Does the number one team overall, number one draft pick team need a quarterback? Say
Mhm.
it's the Titans. They're not taking a quarterback.
Nope.
say it's Jacksonville. They're not taking there won't be
Well,
Jacksonville, by the way.
and if
But
it
they're not
was,
taking a
you're
quarterback.
scooping Trevor Lawrence up because he ain't staying there as a backup.
No, you're not
Yeah.
taking they're not taking quarterbacks. So how far up do you have to trade is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you have to trade to 7? So because there's like 5 really high prospect quarterbacks coming out next year.
Mhm.
You're not going to have to get with inside the top 9. As far as probably have to go. You're Pittsburgh. What do we typically draft? 18 to 23. You only got to go up so far. You got 12 picks. The defense is loaded. You
Mhm.
don't need 12 rookies. You got your offensive line set. Broderick's back on the right side. Troy's back on where he belongs on the. I'm sorry, on the left side.
Yeah,
Troy's back on the right side. Suamalo and these guys are back. You're set everywhere but quarterback.
that's it.
Imagine this. Dump some of them picks and pick up Kirk Cousins. All you need is a quarterback that's not going to fucking, oh, excuse me, YouTube, mess it up. That's all you need. Kirk Cousins could take this team to the AFC Championship game. I
Oh,
am a
yeah.
firm believer in that. And I know a lot of people will disagree, but Kirk Cousins,
Yep.
Mr. Teflon Don himself, could take this team to the AFC Championship game. And then you just start playing football and see what happens.
Well, yeah, that again, to your earlier point, this team is so loaded at the skill positions. They're so loaded in on that offensive line. And I know what the stats were last year, but all reports are coming out that this offensive line looks great in OTAs or did look great in OTAs.
And
And
that's shorts
Broderick
and
Jones
t-shirts.
came in trimmer, but stronger. They're saying
Yeah,
Broderick looked really good on that left side, and that's what we needed. I'm not
that's
worried
his.
about the rest of the guys. I'm worried about Troy. They also said Zach Frazier came in and was a
Yeah,
dog, a
they're
straight
all
dog.
they're all back. They're all
Hmm.
back. And Broderick's in his natural position.
Yep.
Like if you look at his interviews, when they put him on the right side, what did he say? Well, since I've been young, I've been able to play every position on offensive line. This is, I'm mobile. You can put me anywhere and I can work for you.
Hmm.
How do you feel about being on the left side? Oh man, left tackle is my natural position. There, here we go. I can't
Yep.
wait. Totally, if you're paying attention, that is a totally different answer. One is
Yes.
political, one is I'm running the stance for the team, and the other one is now I'm gonna tell your ass the truth. This is where I belong.
Yep.
And he even said himself, he came in lighter because if they want him to gain weight, which is true, it's easier to gain weight than it is to lose the weight once you get in camp.
Yep.
So he came in ready. And I'm excited about this line right now. Frazier's
Oh yeah.
ready. Troy's ready.
Yep.
These boys ready to go. What we need is a damn quarterback. And I know you hate it, but when this clown come, Aaron Rodgers, so if you want to do your spit thing,
Oh, sorry. I just
yeah,
tuned
there
him
you go.
out that you even said it. You said Aaron Rodgers, and I just had visions of like fecal matter flying at my face.
Yeah, so when Rodgers come, I I'm gonna tell you what, if he does come, this
Mhm.
team is going to the AFC Championship game. This defense is loaded.
Oh, defense is ready. Offensive line is in position to take that leap that they need to in order to get back
And
to
what
championship levels.
and now they got this big running back,
Mhm.
and the line is ready.
Mhm.
Now put egotistical Aaron back there. And for however we feel about him, he can navigate that shit.
Well, here's
Away
my
from Arthur Smith. I trust
oh,
Aaron more than I trust Arthur Smith.
yeah, I would too at this point.
It's the lesser of two evils.
My question
Let's
is, and
see.
I know we're in a totally different era of sports medicine, even from when you played. If
Uh-huh.
you had your injuries today, you're still playing.
Still playing, yeah.
Yeah. So with all that being said, is there still that point where you have to really ask yourself, is Father Time going to catch up with Aaron Rodgers?
It is, but
I mean,
you hope it doesn't for 20 games.
right. Just
Ca-
on that 21st day, kick him out.
He's not he's not quarterbacking as we sit here and record June 4th, 2025. He's not the quarterback June 4th, 2026.
Right.
If that's what you're hoping for, forget it.
Oh, no.
You want him, and you're still you want him to get you far as he can go. And then you just trade all your draft capital, make a splash at the draft, which is in Pittsburgh, and
Hmm.
take one of the high-rated quarterbacks. And the place is going to blow the roof off.
Yeah,
That's it.
if I'm being honest, I'm taking a page out of the NFL or the NBA's cheat book here.
Yeah.
If I'm Roger Goodell and I'm fixing this thing to where Aaron Rodgers can't come, so the Steelers do have a great draft pick, can move up even more if they want to, and can draft Archie Manning in Pittsburgh, which would
The
burn that city to the ground.
the problem is the verbal agreement is already in place.
Oh yeah,
He's coming. It's
yeah.
just a matter of when.
No,
You
I
remember
know
when
he is.
Bret Hart, I'm talking WWE now. Bret Favre
You talking
went
about the
to
execution, the excellence of execution?
when Bret Favre went to the Vikings, he didn't go till August.
Right.
It was like a week or two before the first game. And that's when he showed up.
Yep.
This is the same situation. It's a verbal agreement.
Yeah.
He's coming. Um
And just
ah,
if
ah,
I if I can throw this in there, because I know this is a meme, it's been turned into a meme that's floating around all over Facebook and Instagram and whatever you subscribe to. But people are talking about the first 2 days of OTAs for Will Howard and his stat line of 39 for 47, 687 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Folks, that means less than zero. That is the most
exactly.
ridiculous thing. If you're like, we don't need Aaron Rodgers, we got Will Howard. Stop.
Keep in mind,
Stop.
and I'm a homer, and Will was here for a year. When I say here, I mean at the Ohio State University where I played and where
Yes,
I
sir.
live by. He's still a 6th round pick in a very bad quarterback draft. Don't put that on the kid. That's like when you look at everybody talking about, oh, he had a great Browns OTA. He was running against the fours
And no pads.
in no shorts and t-shirts
Nobody's
against the
tackling.
fourth string defense. He is good enough to light up the fourth string defense.
100%.
So that means he was behind Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, and Dylan Gabriel.
Yep.
Don't forget, they have Deshaun Watson in the can.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, he's your fifth string quarterback. So when you say he goes 7-9, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, and it's against me.
Yeah. What
I'm
does it matter?
51 years old.
Yep.
It's the same thing here with Will Howard. Let's see if we can develop him. If say when Aaron Rodgers gets here,
Mm-hmm.
if he can learn and they really, really believe in him, then they're still drafting a quarterback next year. And it's a competition. Or
Exactly.
if they see something in him that nobody else does and they don't draft a quarterback, then you know who's the quarterback for the next few years.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's the bottom. You got to steal at that point. You got a Brock Purdy at that point in time.
Oh,
Would you
exactly.
would you take Brock Purdy now?
Uh,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Who wouldn't? I mean, come on.
I'll trade you Gabe Davis straight up for Brock Purdy right now.
I'll trade you Gabe Davis for nothing. Get him out my locker room. He has no
That's
business.
so
He
far.
has no business making a visit.
So far, that's what 32 teams have literally said. We're good.
He has no business making a visit.
No.
What are we
And
doing?
look, I know it sounds like we're shitting on Gabe Davis, and we are,
Damn.
but also he's not the guy from Buffalo. That's not who we're talking about. We're talking about the guy from Jacksonville last year. If that's your best you got with Trevor Lawrence, you ain't gonna do anything here in Pittsburgh, dude.
He couldn't perform with Josh Allen. I'll blow up one game. Oh, I'll see you in
Yep.
7 games.
Yep.
Oh, I'll blow up again. I'll see you in 2 games. Man, the hell out of here. What's the visit for? I'd rather roll out with the rookies. You know what you're getting with this dude.
Mhm.
Nothing again. I don't know the man personally. This is all just business talk, football talk.
Yeah.
What are you getting? Give me Amari Cooper. Out of between Gabe Davis, Keenan Allen, and Amari Cooper, give me Amari Cooper.
Is this a price thing? Could we maybe
No,
not afford Amari Cooper because of
I,
Aaron?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, look, here's the problem with the receiver position too. You know you're getting Alan Lazard. You're getting him.
Yep.
I don't know what else to tell you, but he's coming. When he comes, you know Aaron's coming.
Yep.
And that's the bottom line. So if they sign him first, quarterback's a wrap. When they sign Aaron Rodgers, here comes Alan Lazard. Bottom line, they boys. And dude had 500 yards last year receiving in like 6-7 touchdowns. And that was playing with Garrett Wilson and Devontae Adams. So he's not a slug, but come on.
Yeah.
We got to develop somebody. We got to develop some people.
No, it's just, I totally agree with you. It's just, it is what it is. And again, Aaron Rodgers has consumed our life. This man is living rent free in our head. We are out of time.
No, he living rent free in your head.
Oh, he does. I need some ayahuasca to get rid of this dude. I need to prescribe it what he's taken. Next week we're going to talk about the tight end situation. Jonnu Smith rumors are heating up. If some sort of trade happens before then, we'll obviously jump on and talk about it. But next week we'll get into that and our tight end situation overall, because everything I am seeing says Darnell Washington, who we are both huge fans of, is set to take that next step. Like he came into camp ready to rock. So,
Yep.
Lou, anything else for the folks at home?
Nah, that's it for me, man.
All right.
Hey, don't let Aaron Rodgers ruin your day.
Oh, never. For Lou Willard, I'm Cory Idle. 6 Figs and Counting, and we will see you guys on that flip side.